All right, Bulldogs, welcome back to day 2 here. So yesterday we went over some of the questions, the first 3 questions. When you sit down to get some work done, how long does it take you to get started? How many times a week do you work out? And how many books do you read each year? Without further ado, we're going to jump into this. And again, make sure you set a reminder on your calendar for tomorrow to watch the video tomorrow and check your email. There'll be an email reminder as well. And then the last video, the day 4 video, will be coming up, and that one is gonna have some information for you, especially if you want to really be serious about improving the score and improving the Bulldog mindset. It's not just about the score, right? The score is just a representation. It just gives me an idea of where you are, but I'm going to give you some real action that you can take. It's going to be something that is going to help you and a lot of other people to be able to really increase this, and I'm really excited about it actually, and to actually have the chance to talk with a lot of you. So, all right, but let's go ahead and look at the questions for today. How do you feel about talking to someone you are attracted to? Okay, so you might wonder why I put this on here and what this has to do with the Bulldog mindset. What this has to do with is mostly a question to gauge, even if you are, let's say that you're already in a relationship, you don't care about that, you're not looking for someone or looking for a relationship or looking for a one-night stand or to get laid or anything like that, it's still critical. There's a few things here, right? One of them is this question is really asking, do you go after what you want in life, right? And do you care what other people think, right? There's a lot that's sort of embedded in this. The kind of person that can go up and, let's say that you're a guy, most of you are guys, and talk to a girl that he wants to, is the kind of person who's conquered a lot of their demons, right? It's the kind of person that's probably confident, okay, that isn't afraid of rejection, maybe has faced rejection in the past, okay, and has some awareness, some social skills, probably a pretty masculine type of male, someone who probably has a high level of the Bulldog mindset. You could really, interpret this question also in terms of, are you afraid to talk to anyone? Are you able to get out of your comfort zone and take a risk, right? And I especially like this about someone that you're attracted to, because this is a big struggle for a lot of guys, right? I think a lot of guys, if they had the Bulldog mindset, this wouldn't be a problem. And let me tell you from my own experience, before I had the Bulldog mindset, this was a big problem for me, okay? I would be afraid to talk to a girl that I was attracted to. It would just terrify me. I would pee my pants. I would not even think about doing it. If you are able to develop the Bulldog mindset and everything else that it entails, this is not gonna be a problem for you either. So if you're suffering from social anxiety, right? I know a lot of people are today, especially a lot of guys, and maybe you feel like you're ugly. Maybe you feel like you can't maybe even listen to too much black pill stuff on the internet, and you're convinced that no girl is ever going to love you, or you're never going to get laid, or whatever your goal or objective is, or get into a relationship and never have that companionship that I hope that you experience in life, that deep level of connection. Well, if you develop the Bulldog mindset and you're able to accomplish other things in life and to develop this true framework of thinking, right, which is the opposite of the victim mindset, the Bulldog mindset, you're going to be able to accomplish all of those things. You're going to be able to conquer those things, and it's not going to be a problem for you. I'm telling you this to give you hope and for you to understand that this is something that you can conquer, and I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, so let's talk about this one, actually. Let's talk about how do you feel about talking to someone you're attracted to? How can we increase your score here? Just do it. Just do it. You're going to be afraid, and that's okay. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to feel all of the emotions. See, here's the thing. You cannot control the emotions that you feel, okay? And especially fear. We cannot control fears. We do not need to beat ourselves up when we feel and experience emotions. Those are natural things that we cannot directly control. And a lot of times when we're trying to control our emotions, it's no good. But what we can control is the actions that we take and the interpretations that we give to those emotions as we're feeling them. Okay? This is valuable here. I want you guys to take some notes and to really think about this. What does that mean in this case? Well, let me tell you something. There's one regard in which we are all equal, right? From the most suave womanizers in the world to the dorkiest nerds, okay? Which is this. We all cannot control our fears. Fear levels us and makes us equal. What sets us apart is what we do when we have fear. We all have fear, and we all cannot control that fear. But we can choose in any moment to have courage. And I want you to remember this, okay? Because you cannot have courage without fear. And so, while we look at fear as a bad thing, it's not a bad thing. It is the prerequisite to being courageous, to having bravery, to being brave. And so when you see fear from now on in your life, what I want you to do is I want you to see an opportunity to display and develop your courage. And the more that you work on that, the more that you actually work on courage and displaying and developing that courage, the stronger that courage muscle is going to get, and the more that you're going to be able to overcome fears. And fears will eventually disappear because of that. But the fears that you have that will come into your life that you will not have control over, you'll have a way to deal with them. It's not just a matter of just doing it. It's a matter of realizing why you're doing it. Again, the purpose has to be you want to grow and develop yourself. And so if you're not able to do these things, if fear is holding you back in your life, it's going to hold you back in other areas of your life. Okay, so if you change your mindset, if you think about this as an opportunity for you to grow, to face something that's scaring you, or to face rejection, then you're more likely to do it, and you're going to be able to get that score up. So what I want you to do is think of that from the mindset perspective, and I just want you to just take action. Okay, I want you to start from now on. When you see someone that you're attracted to, if you're single or if you're whatever, even if you're not, I mean, you could still do this. There's no harm in just talking to someone. Okay, I want you to just go and talk to them. You don't even have to say a lot. Just say hi, and you're going to grow just from doing that. Number 2 here for today, really important one. Are you financially successful? Okay, again, why do I ask this question? Can you have the Bulldog mindset and not be financially successful? Yes, but not for long. If you have the Bulldog mindset, you are going to become financially successful. How can I say that? Because I know it. Because everyone that I know that is financially successful, with the exception of people that got extremely lucky or had inheritance, okay? Every self-made person has, to a large degree, the Bulldog mindset. I didn't become really financially successful. I didn't become a millionaire. I didn't make a lot of money and build my businesses until I had this Bulldog mindset. Okay, so that's why I asked this question. It's a good indicator. If you have built yourself up and have become financially successful, you're not where you want to be financially. Most people aren't. And if you're not, what's missing? Okay, I want to help you to get that. I can show you how to make $1 million. That's not a problem. Okay, it's really not that difficult. But what is difficult is the mindset to believe it. Right? Because I do YouTube videos and I give really valuable advice where I tell people very practical ways in which they can become wealthy and become millionaires. Becoming a millionaire is not hard. I can show you how to do that, but what happens is I see the comments on the YouTube videos are, ha ha, yeah, right, as if I could do that, as if I could buy a house, and I'm thinking the problem is not that you don't know what to do, because I'm telling you, the problem is the mindset. The big thing here is to think about your financial goals, right? There's a really important concept that I want to tell you about. It's called the wealth triangle, okay? It's something that is critical to understand, and if you understand this concept, it's going to help you to make money. But you need to plan stuff out. You need to actually plan your future and say, what kind of money do I want to make? How am I going to do this, right? And you need some ways to invest. You need to understand, you need to have some knowledge of investing. Everyone needs to have that knowledge. You can't pass it off to someone, right? I can show you how to invest in real estate. I think that's probably the best investment. I can tell you why, okay? But regardless, you need to be investing, and you need to build a business of some sort. It could be a side business. It doesn't mean that you have to do it as your full-time job. If you can build a business and you're making even just a couple grand a month, which anyone can do, and I will show you how to do this. Okay, I promise you, it's not that hard. If you can just do that, that is going to make a huge difference in your life in becoming financially successful. The other piece of this also that can help you to raise your score is to be able to be a little bit more frugal, to live on less. We can take these lessons from Stoic philosophy of happiness and who is really wealthy, right? Seneca would say that the wealthy man is the man who who has more than he needs, so he needs less. If you choose to need less, it's much easier for you to be wealthy, okay? Whereas you can have tons of money, but you haven't mastered yourself, and it's not going to matter. You're not going to be wealthy. You want to raise this score? There's no real easy way to raise this score. It's going to take time. You're going to have to become financially successful, and the way to become financially successful is a lot of the other things. If you develop this Bulldog mindset, you will achieve financial success because you'll succeed at what you're trying to do in life. But if you want to take a quick step right now, it would be this. It would be start coming up with a plan for learning to invest. Who's going to teach you? How are you going to learn this? Okay, and how are you going to build some kind of a business? There's other teachers. You don't have to choose me. If you don't like my style of teaching, that's fine. But I can teach you how to do those things. It's not that difficult. Third one, when, quote, bad things happen in your life, and the question is really what do you do? There's some options here. Why do I ask this question? Because I want to know how resilient you are. Because see, a bulldog, someone who has a bulldog mindset is very resilient. They don't let things stop them. In fact, they turn shit into gold, okay? There's actually a book I've got right here, just reminded me, From Poop to Gold. It's a good marketing book from the guys that did the Squatty Potty and a couple other ones that you'll probably recognize. Anyway, the point is this. It tells me how you interpret things. Do you have the ability to take things that might be bad in your life and make them good? Do you have the ability to be resilient? Do you get knocked down? And you see, most people don't have the Bulldog mindset. They get a low score here because when shit happens to them, it wrecks them. I was at dinner with a friend of mine, okay? We're having some dinner, all right, in Santa Monica, all right? Nice restaurant, whatever, nice evening, right? I'm out kind of relaxing and stuff. And I get this text on my phone, right? So I look at it, and it's like, the guy that you invested $350,000 with is in jail. I'm like, oh shit. Like, someone else texts me, dude, I think your money's gone. I think you just lost $350,000. Okay, I'm not happy to get that news, but you know what I did? The person I was having dinner with said to me, what's wrong? And I said, well, I might have just lost $350,000. They're like, oh shit, right? They're like, do you need to go deal with that right now? Do you need to like forget dinner? Like, you need to deal with that? Oh, no, I'm good. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it later. It's fine. I'm sure that whatever happens, if I lose it, it'll be a lesson. But probably I'll be able to figure out some way to make it work. And if it doesn't, it's okay. It'll be a lesson for me. And that was my honest. I put away my phone. I finished having dinner. Okay. I texted back the person after dinner. Said, got some more information. And I said, well, I'll follow up on it later in the morning and see what. There's no point freaking out and panicking now. Okay, I mean, it doesn't matter. I never panicked about it, and I actually ended up turning the situation into a positive situation, and it turned out better for me than what it was. So that's a real story, and that is the Bulldog mindset. It's this ability to not freak out about stuff. When bad things happen, can you turn them into good things? Let me tell you about how you can raise this score. Okay, one of them is by studying Stoic philosophy, applying this to your life. Another one of them is by this, is basically learning to interpret things for the good. I have a firm belief, a philosophy in life, that whatever happens, it all happens for a reason, and that I'm either winning or I'm learning. I'm either winning or I'm learning. I like to win, I also like to learn. It's really hard sometimes to decide between the two, okay? If your philosophy is you're either winning or you're losing, well, I can tell you want to win, you don't want to fucking lose, so you're not taking risk. I take a lot of risk. You know why? Because I like to learn. And sometimes I learn a lot. And sometimes I learn a lot of lessons the hard way. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Because it's all a fun ride. Everything's gravy. I'm living. I'm breathing air. All right? Everything else is gravy. Take all my money. Take all my shit. I don't care. Like, I'm going to fight you for it, and I'll probably kill you. But my point is that if it happens, it happens. I'm going to live. I'll start over. I'm going to be smart. I'm going to be wise. But I'm willing to accept the worst consequence. I've already played it out in my mind. I'm already willing to accept it. So, quick tip here on this one. Again, this is a lifelong thing. This is why You're going to want to pay attention to the last video. I keep talking about that because it's more than what I can just tell you in these videos to increase your score. I wish I could give you 3 videos that are like 20 minutes long, and all of a sudden you'd have the Bulldog mindset, and you'd be a fucking Bulldog, and you'd be rich, you'd have 6-pack abs, you'd have women just crawling all over you. But I can't. But what I can do is I can tell you some basic ideas and tell you why this is important, and then get you on that path and hopefully give you some kind of a program or something that you can follow that can actually take you there and give you my guidance to get you over to there over a few years or so, right? How long it takes. Whenever something happens in life, you're going to stop. You're going to pause. You're not going to react. You're going to choose to interpret it as good in some way, and then you're going to respond. Just do that. Just do that, and you'll be good. All right, guys. That is all that I have for you today. Tomorrow, we're going to be going over 4 questions, so you're definitely going to watch that video. You're going to want to watch that video. So set a reminder on your calendar, whatever it is, and look for the email. And then the 4th video on the last day, you're definitely going to want to see that one, because I'm going to give you some more solutions to overcoming all of this stuff. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Do not miss it. Take care.